Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a talk-through tutorial of an eye look using the Makeup Revolution Salvation Palette Unicorns Unite. I showed you this palette as a review last week, I think, and I mentioned a look that I had made with this palette using pinks, and I wanted to show you how to pull that look together. So we're going to take a look at the Unicorns Unite palette, and I'm going to focus basically on the neutral and pink shades to create an eye look. So keep watching. This is going to be a talk through, so I'm going to try to limit the editing and maybe even do no editing so you can see like real life, real time, how to pull this look together. So here's hoping that works out. I've already done my face. I have my foundation, concealer, eyebrows, blush, all of that kind of stuff going on. So I'm just going to jump right in and start with the eyes. So the first thing that I always like to do is use an eyeshadow primer, and today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is just the original formula, and honestly, if you're using this or a similar product, it takes so little. So I'm using this much, just the tiniest dot. So I'm just going to rub it together and apply it across my eyelids, and I'm going to bring it all the way up to the brow bone as well and into the inner corner. There we go. I love this primer potion. It just makes my shadow last forever. Like, it's foolproof. It just holds onto it. So I find that this one really works for me. I've heard people say that the Wet n Wild Fergie eyeshadow primer is a dupe for this. So if you're looking for a drugstore option, I would try that. I'm curious to try it, but this thing is gigantic and I'm not sure if I'll ever run out. So no need to buy another one yet. All right, I'm going to go in now with, let me gather some of my brushes. I love my brushes. So I've been raving about the Sonia Kashuk brushes, right? And then I bought some BH Cosmetics brushes. And then Sonia Kashuk came out with like a holiday collection in this adorable little container to hold the brushes. And I absolutely love it. So I haven't purchased any more of the Sonia Kashuk brushes because I think I've got enough. But I just loved that this container had this beautiful gold whatever going on. So I love it. I'm just going to grab a few brushes so that I can be ready for whatever I might need. All right. So, eye brushes. All right, I'm going to go in first with the lightest, second to lightest shade in this palette. So I'm going to take this one all over the lid. And I'm using the Sonia Kashuk number 28 eye brush. And basically what I'm doing is I just want to create a soft layer of shadow all across where I put that eyeshadow primer so that I can blend all the color that I'm going to apply a lot more easily. You could do this though, like if you don't have a nude shade that matches your skin tone, you could use your face powder for that and it would work just the same. Okay, so now one of my favorite things in this palette is this matte shadow in like a purpley, oh, it's just so pretty. It's a beautiful crease color that you kind of like wouldn't expect to use in your crease, but it totally works for that. So I'm going to go in with that purple color on just a domed blending brush. And I'm going to first press it into the crease. So I'm not making any like swiping motions yet. I'm just kind of pushing it into the crease, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend once I've placed it all in there. And it's just a gentle purple. It's really not like, when you look in the pan, you're like, holy crap, that is not a crease color, but it totally works. I'm going to go in for a little bit more. And it works great with a pink eye look, which is what I'm going to be doing today, because it just complements it really, really well. Isn't that pretty? I love that color. You could use this as a crease color and then go in with more nudes. You know, if you didn't want to go the pink route, just to have that like tiny pop of color in the crease is kind of a fun twist. Usually you put the nude in the crease and then you add a pop of color on the lid, but I just love this purple color. It's like a warm purple too, which is why it really goes well with the pink shadows that we're going to be using. A little bit more on that side just to even it out so both eyes are the same. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to take the pink shadow, which is gorgeous, and I'm just going to use my finger actually to apply it all over the lid. I love this shade of pink because it's kind of cool tone, and so you don't get that like sick, I've been rubbing my eyes and I have a cold kind of look, which you can with other pink shades. So I love that about this shade of pink. It's beautiful, and it somehow, like the warm purple with the cool pink, like they just jive together and it's amazing. I'm feeling like I'm not picking up as much as I'd like to with my finger, like I'm pressing it down instead of picking it up, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go in with this Sonia Kashuk number 7. It's just like a flat shader brush, but it has natural bristles, so I feel like it's going to pick up some shadow a little bit better than my fingertip. Yes, hello, there we go. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It's just like electric pink. I wish that you could see it the way that I can see it in my mirror. I feel like the light makes it wash out a little bit, but it is just beautiful, beautiful pink. This is such a fun palette. I know I gave it a rave review in that video, but truly, it's so much fun. It has such a great variety of colors, all of the neutrals and then these pops of color. Like, it's just really fun to play with. I would highly recommend, if you haven't tried any Makeup Revolution products, but you've been curious, to get this palette because it just gives you so much to play with, so many options. Okay, now that I have the pink all over the lids, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner, I'm gonna put a highlight on the inner corner, and we're just gonna amp up the look a little bit. So I'm gonna stick with pink, and I'm gonna grab this really pale pink, and I'm gonna put that, I think, just at the very center of my lid to make it pop. So we have just like a pop of shine, of shimmer there. And that is a stunning shimmer color. And these shadows build so well on top of each other, truly. Like, yes, you can use your finger, but you can use different kinds of brushes, like using this natural bristled brush to pick up color. Oh, it's crazy. Like, they're so pigmented. Okay, so just like a pop of brightness at the center, and then I'm going to go in with the next lightest shimmer shade. So it's this one, and I'm going to go and same brush, just pop that into the inner corner. And drag it down a little bit along the lower lash line, just to really brighten up that part of my eye. I feel like this is one of those palettes where I could do like a month of YouTube videos just on looks from this palette. Have I mentioned that I like this palette? Seriously, it's so much fun. And I'm like I cheat on my makeup. Like, I love something and then I'm like 2 days later, like, let me try something else. Because I'm always like cycling through my collection and just using different things. And the same is true for this one, to be honest. I use it for a few days and then I pick up something else. But I'm always excited to pick this up again. It hasn't lost any of its flair, you know? Like, when I open it up and I see the colors, I'm just like, ooh, this is fantastic. So I'm still in love. All right, what should we do to deepen the outer corner? So we have the crease color, we have the pink all over the lid, we have the pop of pink, the lighter pink at the center of the lid, and then the inner corner highlighted. I'm feeling gray. Shall we do gray? Let's do gray. Pink and gray is a good combination. So I'm gonna go in with, let's see. I'm going to go in with this little pencil brush. This is a number 3 from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to grab this gray shade here. It's like a charcoal. Ooh, do I want to use that one? I don't know. No. I want to use this one. Yeah, I'm going to start with a lighter gray and then kind of work my way up. So I'm using the matte gray that was next to the purple that we put in the crease. Oh my gosh, holy pigmented. Look at how much is coming up on my brush. I'm going to have to tap that off. Okay, and I'm just going to focus on the outer corner and build up a little bit of shadow. Yes, this was the right shade. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and pretty. That goes so well with the pink. It doesn't take away from the pink, you know, it doesn't like muddy it up. It just adds. I'm going to pull some of it up into the crease and then we'll blend it out, but I'm still just using that pencil brush to kind of place it right now. Ooh, yep, I'm a fan. I'm going to drag some of that onto my lower lash line as well. About like halfway across my eye. Yay. I haven't played with this particular gray shade much. I think I went in, like when I did this look before and I was talking about it before, I think I had gone in with the deeper gray and I liked that, but this is a much more, it's almost like a purple gray, like a taupe. It's really pretty and I like that it's matte, so it just doesn't detract from the intense like pink sparkle that's going on the eyelid. Okay, so it's placed and placed. I'm going to drag some on the lower lash line here, and then I'm going to blend a bit. I love doing shadow rather than liner on the lower lash line. I don't know if I'm just not like a pro at putting liner on my lower lash line, but I feel like when I drag liner across there, I haven't found a perfect liner that really stays in the waterline, or it like clumps along my lashes. And ew, I don't like that. So I love using eyeshadows to define the lower lash line. Do you know of a good, like waterproof, creamy, nice liner to use in the waterline? Because I have some that I use and they stay for a couple hours, but they don't stay all day. I just got some ColourPop ones that I really like and they work, but they don't stay all day. Definitely like a few hours into my day, the eye look starts to change because that waterline color just starts to vanish a bit. So let me know if you know a good one, and especially if you know a good one from the drugstore. I'm all about affordable eyeliner. Okay, so I'm just going to take this brush that we use for the crease, and I'm going to go back into the crease and blend out a little bit. I'm just barely touching my lid. I just want it to soften slightly. I don't want to like pull it away or remove it. Oh, I love this look. I'm wondering, okay, bear with me as I play with like the blinds in front of my window. I just want to see if I can give you a better idea of the colors if I change the lighting. I feel like with less light coming in, maybe it's not so washed out, but like in my mirror, it's such a pretty, like it's a bright, beautiful pink. lighting is a tricky thing. Like, I don't have any fancy like camera equipment or anything like that. Like to record, I literally use a webcam and I'm sitting at a desk in front of my window, which is fine. Like I love to do this, but it's not my job or anything. So I love to be on YouTube for the community. I love to play with makeup. I love to share all about makeup, and I love to talk to you guys about it. So I don't have any fancy equipment, so sometimes it bothers me that I feel like with lighting and stuff, like the colors are not coming through, but hopefully you can see that pink because I love it. Okay, so I have my outer corner deepened up. I have some smudged along my lower lash line. I'm not going to go any more dramatic than this, but I do want to just like amplify the pink a little bit more. So I'm going to go back in with that was it 17? 7, number 7 brush, and I'm just going to pack on a little bit more because I can. So nice. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of liner. I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I just want to kind of deepen up my lash line area. So I'm going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. It's just their like black eyeliner pencil. And I think I got it in a palette. So I'm just going to smudge this. I love how super duper black it is. I'm going to smudge it along my lash line, but I'm not going to worry about making it like a wing or anything. No, we're just going to smudge. I love how creamy this pencil is. And I'm going in with my finger and I'm just like buffing over it to soften it a little bit. I love that. Like, look at how it just defines it barely looks like I'm wearing liner, but because of the smudging, you know, it just looks really soft, but it totally defines my eye shape, and it actually makes once I apply mascara, it makes my lashes look more volumized. So I love this. This is something like, even if I'm doing a really minimal makeup look, sometimes I'll just pop this liner on. It's so, so black. It just adds a lot of oomph to the eyes. And I'm not taking it all the way to the inner corner. This is another liner. It doesn't really hold up to my waterline, so I noticed that, like, I love the look of it coming all the way down to the inner part of the eye just because it like really shapes the eye, but I'll notice it transferring to the lower area, like when I'm blinking and whatever, and I really want this to stay nice and bright, so I'm keeping it like, you know, from about here out. I'm not letting the liner come all the way into the inner corner. I think that Urban Decay just came out with a new liner that's supposed to be specifically for the waterline. I'm not a big fan of the idea of paying like $20 for an eyeliner, especially one that you have to sharpen and it can like dry out over time. But if it actually holds up in the waterline, like if you've tested that and you know that yes, it's like an amazing product, let me know because I'm curious. Or again, if you know of one from the drugstore, even better. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is put on some mascara, and I have my Roller Lash. I have the little sample size one because it's $12 instead of 20 something, and I'm going to apply. I love this mascara. My only complaint with it is that it's a little bit tricky to wash off at the end of the day. It's not a waterproof formula, but it holds, which is great because it's not flaking throughout the day. But at the end of the day, I do not like to tug on and like pull on my lashes to try to get the mascara off. I hate that feeling, and I feel like I'm like losing lashes if I do that. This one's not too bad about it, but there are definitely other mascaras that come off pretty easily and still aren't flaky or smudgy on me during the day. I have a bunch of mascaras that I'm testing out right now, and I'm hoping to do another like mascara battle kind of video to pit them against each other. But this one is like always on top. It's so good. The brush is really tiny little bristles, the plasticky bristles, but it doesn't poke me. I hate it when they poke me. Like, I really like the Maybelline The Rocket formula, although again, that's another one that's kind of hard to wash off, even though it's not the waterproof version, but it pokes me. That wand is crazy. So even though I like the way it makes my lashes look, that's not going to be a repurchase for me. This is probably like the most boring thing. If I'm going no edits and you just have to watch like me painstakingly apply mascara to my lashes, I will not be offended if you fast forward through to the end. But if you're curious exactly how this applies coat by coat, keep watching. I just love how it doesn't clump. So it's like as I build it up, I can manipulate the lashes. Like I can fluff them out. I can get all the way into the inner corner, all the way out to the outer edge, and doing that like twist as you apply it, I feel like really does apply a bit of a curl to the lashes. And I'm too lazy to curl my lashes. And I don't really see it making much of a difference on my lashes. I don't know, maybe I'm just like not good at curling my lashes, but I know people swear by it. It's like a step they would never skip, and it's a step that I literally never do because I've tried it a handful of times and I feel like it makes no difference whatsoever. And maybe it's just my lash type, like they don't need it, which I'm thankful for. But I don't know, so I always skip that step. I'm so excited. I'm taking myself to the mall today. I haven't gone like clothes shopping in a while, and so I'm excited to go and buy a new outfit, and I'm going to H&M, and I was there with a friend helping her pick some things out like a week ago, and I picked up one of their new lipsticks and a cream eyeshadow, and they are both amazing. So I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple more things from their new makeup line. Let me know if you've tried out any of the H&M products because I'm just like so impressed with them. I'll probably gather all the products together and do like a review video for you guys, but just FYI, I am really impressed with them as is. So here is the look. I already have a lip product on. I just have a Almay lip butter in the shade Pink Light. This is their Smart Shade Butter Kiss lip product. I love doing just a simple pink lip. I do that so often, and I think especially with a pink eyeshadow look, you can't go wrong. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you didn't mind this super long, unedited version of an eyeshadow tutorial, and I really hope that you will consider checking out this palette and let me know how much you love it, because I know that you will. The colors. Can we just one more time? Yes, they're amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.